my name is Adam and welcome back to another video on Adam's karting in a completely new place. As I promised you all, 2 months ago? On my very first video, my channel trailer, I promised everyone that one day I was going to have a completely revised production quality. Totally revised, everything was going to be brand new basically. I was going to be in a room in my house and I was going to have a microphone. And the lighting was going to be better. The production quality was going to be better. I didn't say I was going to be in pajamas, but that's just an added extra because I wanted you guys to enjoy it so much. So I thought, why not, instead of getting changed into something? Because it is currently, what time is it? It's currently 8:47 at night. So instead of getting changed into something, acting like I was actually doing work over the last half an hour, I decided, I'm just going to stay in my pajamas. But don't worry, I have been doing work. I've been doing plenty of work. In fact, that's the reason I'm making this video so early. It's because the amount of stuff, the amount of stuff that I have done today, over the last 2 days. So in Australia, it's Saturday. It was Saturday yesterday, Sunday today. The amount of stuff that I've done and the amount of things that I have to report is absolutely insane. Just over 2 days. Probably the most productive 2 days I've ever had in my life, which is why I decided to film this video way earlier than I would normally. So, here we go. Basically, if you remember, I'll see if I can do this in the editing phase, but basically the whole thing with the brake pad that was slanted, I realized the whole time I was doing it like that. That's not really correct because the camera is reverse of what I think. So in reality, it's probably more like that. And that is actually what it's going to be. I don't know. It could be that, it could be that. Just whatever I was doing in every other video, the opposite of that is what it was actually doing. The way I was going on about how it could be a seized brake piston that's pushed out a little bit, that is deciding to not go back in, and we're going to have to take the whole brake apart and do a full service of the brake, which would easily take up, was there a fly in here for? Easily take up 2-3 days, just on that alone. It's a lot of work. Well, I have news to report, and that news is, it was literally nothing. I'm dead serious when I say that. It was literally nothing. We just got a flatbed screwdriver and just went dunk, and everything just went back into place. So we fit the brake disc back in, we put the axle back in, we got a new sprocket because the old sprocket was screwed. So we got a new sprocket, we put all that together, we made sure it wasn't warped or anything, and then we put it on, and we did everything. We put the wheels back on, so the first time in 2 months. When I started my YouTube channel, this go-kart that I have was a 2-wheeler. Only had 2 front wheels. Now, for the first time in 2 months, it has 4 wheels on the car. I know you're probably all laughing at me because I'm like smiling, I'm like all giddy, I'm going up and down because of this, but like it's a big deal. I've been waiting for this moment to finally be finished with the brakes. I've been waiting for this exact moment for literally like months. I bought this go-kart in March. August, we just finished the brakes. August. It's kind of a big deal. So now the brakes are done. Completely done. Like, I will not be touching the brakes ever again unless we do end up discovering somehow that there is a problem that we missed. Maybe. Like, I take it onto the track day and something doesn't feel like it's working quite right. Then, take everything apart again and inspect it. And I'm a lot more willing to do that now than I was before because of the fact that now I've just finished everything and everything's just looking so much better. I feel so happy about everything. I'm so happy that the brakes are finally done. Like, finally done. That I'm now happier than I ever was before to take them apart. I couldn't care less about taking them apart again. but that won't be it for a long time because the track day is probably going to be towards the end of the year. The other thing I want to mention is I just started on the engine as well. So I took off the airbox, which is basically it's how the air gets into the engine. You have a radiator, obviously. It's air cooled. The engine's air cooled, has a radiator, but it also has an air. Yeah, so there's really really small nuts that are very very easy to lose, and basically the whole reason I got someone else, my dad, to help me. I was getting kind of alone and bored of working by myself for months. So I decided that I wanted to get someone to help me. So my dad's probably going to be helping me a lot from now. And also because if I do it alone, I doubt I'm going to actually finish on time. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just to like help with my future. This is also a major work for year 12. I got to have this finished by November. It's August and I've just finished the brakes. I got the engine, I got the chassis, I got to get a new battery. I need to, there's a lot of things I need to do. And then I need to take it out to the track. And if it doesn't work, like if it breaks down on the track day, I'm not going to be happy. I've just spent a whole year trying to get this go-kart to work, and then it breaks down on the day of the track day. I'm going to be so disappointed if that happens. But yeah, it's out of my control. Yeah, I'm sorry I keep hitting the table. I'm going to move back. I'm going to just see how it is, and look, if it happens, it happens. Whatever. I'll just take it back to the garage and get it all fixed up, and then maybe there's a bit of a chance that it might work again. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm really really excited. I'm very very happy. I'm finally here in a proper place. Finally, I'm out. I'm not out. I was just about to say I'm outside. I'm not outside. I'm inside for the first time in months. No, actually, I did the garage video. That was inside. Okay, so I've been inside for this is going to be the first time I'm inside since about 3 weeks ago. But, yeah. But the important thing is that I am going to stay inside now. There may be the very occasional video where I can't use this room for some reason, because this room is where my mum works. I have to negotiate with her about using my room, which is why if I ever record a video, it's going to be late at night, and it's probably going to be on a weekend, so the video schedule is probably going to change. It's probably going to adjust. So normally I would record on Wednesday, edit on Thursday, and upload on Friday. It's probably going to change now. It's probably going to be more like record on Saturday, maybe? Saturday or Sunday. And then edit and upload on Monday. Or Sunday, whichever. That's probably how it's going to work from now on. Which, it's not a big deal. It just means, gotta wait 1 more day for a video. 3 more days for a video. But considering the fact that I'm uploading this literally, 2 days after my other video came out, or at least that's when I'm recording it. After I edit it and upload it, it might be 3 days, but 2 to 3 days after I uploaded my last video, and I was saying, it's probably gonna be 2 weeks until I can upload my next video, unless I get it early because my adapter arrives, which it did today. And so that's why I was like, right, next video, I'm going to do it right now, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to get the new plugin, I'm going to make sure everything works, I'm going to get my gaming head. So, yeah, the brakes are done, and the engine, I've just started on the engine, so as I said, I took out the airbox, and the airbox is absolutely ruined. It was terrible. Dirt, dust, everywhere, and don't even get me started on the air filter. The air filter for a Tony kart is green. You want to know what color it was when I took it out? It was black. Like jet black. it was completely destroyed. When I was folding it to put it in a plastic bag to then throw it in the bin, I was almost certain. Sorry, it's just one of my friends was trying to call me. I'm almost certain that, like, I am almost certain that it was going to, like, disintegrate, like split in half, or like just like in my hands as I was folding it, because it looked that destroyed. But it held up, and I threw it in the bin, and I'm gonna get a, and I think I've already got a new one. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff, like way back, like in April, I think. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff because I knew I was gonna need it for the future. So I had stuff like, I got the new tires, so I don't have the original tires, which look terrible. I've got new tires now. I've got the new air filter, which is green, not black. What else have I got? I've got a stabilizer bracket for my radiator, which the radiator does not have a stabilizer bracket at the moment, which is not track legal, so I need to get that and install that. But it's probably going to be one of the last things I do, because it seems simple-ish. I could be completely wrong. It could be the hardest part of the whole thing. But as far as I know, it seems to be what I reckon is the easiest thing. Or at least one of the easier things. One of the things that isn't going to take 15 years to finish. Unlike the brakes. Which, the brakes, I can't believe, looking back, I can't believe it. I spent, like, literally about, 4 months trying to figure out something that all you had to do, like, I thought it was going to be some super complicated thing that was going to take me a week to figure out. Instead, it's something that literally takes 20 seconds. You get a flatbed screwdriver, you take out, there's like a little spinny thing, you undo the grub screw for that, you loosen it, you take out the retaining bolt, take it out, pull out the small little thing, pull out the retaining bolt the rest of the way, then you put those to the side, degrease them, clean them, whatever, and then you go and you get your flatbed screwdriver, a long one, ideally. I got a long yellow end flatbed tip Phillips screwdriver, and I just wedged it in there, and I just went, dunk, the brake disc is in, it is mounted, it works fine, everything is perfect. I spent literally months. The reason it's taken me so long on the brakes is because of that one thing. I've wasted months trying to figure out something that seemed really difficult. Like, oh boy, I'm going to have to do a full service on this. This is going to be tough. This is going to be really hard to do, because it's like there's going to be so much stuff that it's so involved. It could have easily taken, it, like, as an inexperienced noob, as the best way I can word it, an inexperienced noob, it would have probably taken me, if I did it all in one day, it would have taken me hours. If I spread it across a couple days, it probably would have taken me about 3 days to complete a full service. And then if I had to wait for parts to deliver, like new parts, it would have easily taken a week, maybe even 2 weeks. Depends on how long it takes for the parts to ship. But literally none of that happened. Not a single bit of that happened. Not one bit. I am dead serious when I say this. When I say this, all I had to do was get a Phillips flatbed screwdriver that was long enough, just wedge it through on the brake disc. I was angling it sort of like this. It's a bit hard to tell because it's I'll see if I can. Yeah, it was like this sort of, and you just went. And it just put the brake disc, the brake pad, instead of like that, or the opposite, whatever it's like, just being perfectly vertical. And then I put the brake disc in, and I put the axle back in, and then I put the sprocket in. I did everything. I did it all. The brakes are done. The thing that I had spent months trying to solve is done. And I fixed it in one day. In fact, I fixed it in, 40 seconds? 40 seconds to solve something I'd been worrying about for 2 months, basically. 2-3 months. I don't have time to do that anymore. So if there's something in the engine that takes a long time, I better hurry up, because I don't have the time to be worrying about something simple for 3 more months. I do not have time to do that anymore. If I do that again, it's going to be October, and I wouldn't even have finished the engine yet, let alone fix the twist in the chassis and get a new battery. It is just so much left to do. And 99% of what is left to do, no, 95%, I would say. No, even that's wrong. I would say 90%. Yeah, 90% of what's left to do on the go-kart is in the engine. So I need to hurry up. But yeah, so I just wanted to record this video because, one, I'm really excited. My setup is complete, finally. And it's Sunday. I just spent all day yesterday, Saturday, and today, Sunday, working on the go-kart constantly. And it's finally starting to actually do something. It's not going to start or anything, but the brakes are finally done, which is a huge relief. I'm so happy about that. And so I thought, I said I was going to maybe try and upload early if I could, because I wanted to make up for being very late. In fact, I was 5 or 6 days late, maybe even 7. It could have been a full week late, depending on when the video uploaded, because it did take me a day to edit it. So even with that, I really want to make sure that, I said I was going to upload early if I could. I wanted to make good on that. The Apple part came in today, the USB 3 to adapter, the USB 3 to Lightning adapter. That all came in, and it all worked. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I, as a little celebratory gift to me and to all of you viewers, subscribers, everyone watching, I thought, why not upload early? It's probably going to be, by the time I upload this, it's probably going to be in 3 days since my last video aired. That's a lot earlier than 2 weeks. And I reckon, because I'm picking up the pace now, I've got a huge, if you couldn't tell from all my really high energy in my video, where I usually don't do that. I'm usually not super high energy in my videos. I'm more tired because of worrying about brakes constantly. And now that that's gone, I have nothing to worry about. I have nothing to be concerned about. And so I reckon, because I'm going to be working on this go-kart way more than I was before, because I was spending so much time researching. I wasn't spending a lot of time working on it. I reckon now I'm actually going to start working on it seriously, to the point that I am going to start uploading every week. Even if that's recording on a Saturday or a Sunday. It's literally 9 p.m. now. I'm dead serious. It is 9 p.m. right now. So what? I normally go to bed at 9:30. If my sleep schedule remains constant, which it has been constant since, 1978 basically. I've never deviated my sleep schedule ever. And so, I'm going to bed in half an hour. That's why I'm in pajamas. That's why I'm in pajamas. I'm going to bed in half an hour. But I thought, who cares? I've got a fresh and refilling dose of happiness injected straight into my veins. That it feels really good. I'm very happy about it. And the main thing that I'm really thinking about now is the engine. But hey, it's worth celebrating the fact that the brakes are now finished. They are done. There's nothing to worry about anymore. why not just have an early video as a celebration in the new setup with a microphone, with a headset, with a full proper setup with lights. There's a light there and a light there. I have lights in a room now. Like, things actually are working now. I've got a proper setup. I probably won't need to be changing from this for a long time. In fact, I reckon I'm only going to be changing from this setup once I move to England. When I'm literally out of the country, that is when I'm going to be moving. Like, that is when this setup is going to stop. But yeah, so anyway, I'm really, really happy about the progress that I've made. I'm not irritated at all. I was at the start. I was like, oh, for God's sake, I've just spent like 2-3 months worrying about brakes, and all I had to do was just go ka-chunk, and that was it. That was solved. Problem solved. But I think it's good because I learnt a lot from that experience, and I'm ready to tackle the engine with new, profound levels of wisdom coursing through my brain. I'm not going to be making those silly little mistakes anymore. Oh, what about this one little thing that looks like it's not going to be working properly? It's going to be some super big thing that's going to take me 3 months to solve. No. Nah. It's going to take me like 2 days. Maybe 3 days. I don't need to order, as far as I know, I don't need to order any new parts anymore. Really, all I need to order that is new is a new battery. I'm going to be replacing the battery a long way from now. In fact, that's probably one of the last things I'm going to do. So I've got every single part that I need to fix this go-kart apart from a new battery. So now all I have to do is just do it. And I'm so ready for that. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up here. I've been recording for 25 minutes. Just ticked to 25 minutes and 6 seconds. So yeah, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. But yeah, so thank you so much everyone for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye everybody!